Good morning. All right, so today I'm going to show you kind of that undone textured look for your hair using a curling iron. I have recently chopped my hair, so I'm relearning how to curl it from it being long. I'm going to do it with you guys today and show you what I do to get that kind of undone look that's really popular right now. You just want it to look textured and fun and playful and not like that perfect curl. So I have already, my hair is clean, I blow dried it. I love to blow dry it with volume in it before I do anything to it, even though it looks a little haywire right now. Let me grab my products. When my hair is wet, the very first thing I do is put a root boost in it because I hate when my hair is flat to my head. People ask me all the time, how do you get your hair so fluffy and big? And you guys, to be honest, I don't have a ton of hair. My hair is pretty fine. It's not super thick. I do a lot of work to make it look that way. So I love texture in my hair. I love it to look fluffier, and this is all just from a blow dryer. I didn't round brush it or anything. But the very first thing I do when it is damp is I put a root boost in. I love this big sexy root pump. It's called Root Pump Plus. You can get it at like Ulta or any hair store pretty much. I put it in lines and spray it in my roots. It's kind of like a foamy type spray, and I go all around my hairline. I go in my crown area and about 2 down as well. As much as they think we just want volume here, I like to get a good root plump everywhere to have good texture and pretty much just to give it some grip when you are playing around with it, because you know after you wash your hair it's really clean and it's really silky and soft, or at least mine is, unless you have more textured or coarse hair. The next thing I spray in there, I've been using this Lang marula oil. It's a hydrating mist. I love this. And then I also put in a little bit of Lanza healing oil. Another product I love is Moroccan oil, is my all-time favorite. And then I spray in a heat shield. This is by Lang, and this is just going to protect your hair from the heat to prevent burning your hair and frying it. That is not good. So those are the few things I put in before, and then when I blow dry my hair, I always flip my head upside down. I blow dry it. I wait till my hair is about actually 50% dry before I go in and blow dry it. And then I flip my hair upside down, I blow dry it, and then I use a paddle brush, something like this, and I use the round of my head to get volume. So when I'm blow drying it upside down, I brush my hair, like this. You guys can see, and I'm using that round of my head. Okay, and then when I come up, I'll brush all my hair this way and holding my blow dryer here. Show you, pretend I'm blow drying my hair. So I'd hold my blow dryer here, and I'm using the round of my head. If you think about it, using the round of your head, it's pretty much like using a round brush, but easier. So when you flip it back over, that roundness comes like this. Now, if you don't want a ton of volume, or you naturally have a lot of volume in your hair, you don't necessarily need to do that. And then I also do the back, kind of going forward and dry it like this. So when I flip it back, I get that volume there as well. And this is powder. This is called Dust It by Osis Schwarzkopf. Big Sexy makes one too. What this is it's pretty much fibers, and it's a powder that turns kind of to like liquidy when it touches your scalp, and when your scalp heats up, it turns it into these fibers that automatically give you this texture in your hair, and literally you can go like this and your hair gets huge. I love it for grip. When your hair starts to fall during the day, instead of backcombing again and hairspraying it and doing that whole old school process, this reactivates during the day if you go like this and gives you that nice big hair. So I just kind of go around a few sections in the front, and then I go about 1 or 2, and it's just a light, you guys can see a light tap right into the root. Tap it in, and then kind of just rub your fingers in it, and it activates it. And it feels, if you don't like the feeling of like dirty, textured hair, you might not like this stuff, so start with less if you do try it, but I love the feeling of like grip in my hair so it's not so soft. So that is the first thing I put in when I'm getting ready to curl it, and then I use Wax Blast. I talk about this product all the time. It's hands down one of my favorite products to put texture in your hair. It gets away frizzies. It's just a spray. It's kind of like a half hairspray, so it's a little bit of a hold. But then it's like wax, like from a pod that you can use, but that is really hard to use and disperse into your hair. So this just gives you immediate texture, so if you want that kind of, even if you want to wear your hair straight and that kind of textured, undone look. It also helps get rid of flyaways, anything like that. So that is what I spray in my hair first, and I work in sections. I do about 3 sections. And the whole point is we want that undone kind of wavy curl. So I'm not going to be like wrapping my hair around, and I don't have a ton of hair to really wrap around anymore anyway. But I always start at the base and I kind of smooth my hair, heat it up a little bit. Helps the ends become smooth. I go about an inch down, wrap my hair around it, hold it for a second, let go. And then I pull my fingers through it, and it really just kind of gets rid of that wave. So if you have longer hair than me, you might need to wrap it twice, but you always want to start about an inch down from the base. But you want the volume up here, not down here. You know, like the old school technique, I'll show you with a curling iron that is not hot. I'll show you with my wand. So like the old school technique was to clamp it and then roll your hair up. When you let it go, the bottom has heated the longest and the top not as long. So you're getting more bulky curl down here and less up here. Well, today's look, we want more wavy textured fun hair up here and straighter down at the bottom. I always leave my ends out. I like them to be a little bit straighter, and that's kind of what you see in all the pictures lately is the ends are pretty straight and it's just some loose wave up here. I just grab kind of like 1-inch sections, and I always curl away from my face towards the back of my hair for this look. Curl in the middle for a second, leave my ends out, let go, pull my fingers through it. Now the reason I pull my fingers through it on this look is because you don't want it to hold a ton of curl. The goal is to have that soft, wavy curl. If I curled it and it was too tight, pull it right away, or you can run a flat iron over it real quick if you got the curl too tight. But that is why I finger through my hair right after. See, I'm leaving my ends out so that it doesn't hold that curl as well. If you let your hair sit there with it, it's just going to be a little bit more curly because that heat in your hair is going to set the curl when you don't touch it. So same thing in the back, I just go around my whole head in this bottom row section and kind of pull it out. When I'm done with that, if I like how it looks and it isn't too curly, I put a little bit more wax in it and just kind of comb it out again. If, for instance, if you got too curly, like maybe you felt like this one was too curly, you could quickly run your flat iron through it. So then I'm going to go in my middle section here. I just use my fingernails to pull it. If you don't have fingernails, you can use like the tip of this is a spore net, my back combing brush, or you can use like a rat tail comb. But I just use my fingernails to section it out, up. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit more Wax Blast on it. That's made by Redken. I don't know if I said that. I can link everything for you guys. Same thing. Heat the hair up. Curl right in the center. Let go. Okay, here is my last section. I like to do my bang area last. So I just kind of pull that out and clip it off to the side like so I can still see what I'm doing. And then I kind of choose where I want my part to go. Let's do center part today. That's super in style right now. So I kind of just leave it in the center, leave my bangs out, and same thing. Okay, so I did that. I'm gonna do a little bit more spray wax. Run my fingers through it. Now for the front, it's kind of like the part that's really important. You want it to look the best. I kind of just part right in the middle there and bring it to the side. Find wherever you want your part line. And then, same thing, I'm going to wrap it and go away from my face to about midway, leave the ends out, let go. You can leave it a little bit more curly by your face if you want, or maybe you like it a little straighter. That's totally up to you. I'm doing it a little bit straight. I think that got a little curly, so I'm gonna go over it. And you can also just go over it with your curling iron to straighten out too, like I just did, like that. So I like always a little bit more volume back here and a little bit leaner by my face, is how I personally like it. And then same thing on this side. I'm curling away from my face, about midway, let go. And you can see the more end you leave out, the straighter your ends are going to be. Okay, so I always just kind of run my fingers through it at the end. I kind of perk up here. You can back comb it if you have longer hair and you want a little bit more volume, or even if you like it like this with more volume. I feel like I have good volume in there right now. And then you probably think I'm putting a ton of this spray in, but it feels so wonderful in your hair because it gives you that nice undone texture, so it's not so soft and clean feeling. And literally you could wake up and your hair will look amazing still the next day. This is my undone look. I did this video specifically for my little sister Caitlin. She's been asking, so here you go, lady. If you have longer hair, like I said, you would do the exact same thing, but maybe you would you would wrap it around a few more times, always leaving about the last 2 to 3 inches out of your hair if you have enough. On me, I left about 1 inch out because it's not as long. And starting your curl at the top and then just kind of combing through it right at the end. And you'll get that undone beach wave look. I hope you guys love it and try it and have some fun.